the situation in Rivers State, where Amaewhule-Fubara, the governor of the state, recently conducted a local government election in which another political party, AAC, won convincingly. APP, I beg your pardon, won that election convincingly as against the PDP or the APC. And then I saw a post, I think the following day, saying that in Rivers State, a new political development is taking place, which may eventually spread to other states. Former Governor Nyesom Wike is a member of the PDP, at least as we speak at the moment, but he is a serving minister in APC.
APC-led government.
And then Governor Amaewhule-Fubara is a member of the PDP, but maybe you can say he's in APP, as the case may be. Interesting scenario. But let's look at the legal implications of the judgment that came forth, which restored the Martin Amaewhule-Led House of Assembly. What is that? Because it borders on the budget which the governor presented. The court is asking the governor to present that budget before the Amaewhule-Led House of Assembly. What doesn't that mean that the substantive House of Assembly is the one led by Martin Amaewhule in Rivers State?
Yeah, you know, like I said, before court were able to give judgment in any matter, the issue must have been dissected. They view it horizontally and vertically. Documents were before them. And once they deliver judgment, that ends it. Once the judgment is given, all the parties involved are about to comply, obey the law. It's not out of the court. You don't go on a trial again, except you want to go on appeal. These are people who look into the matter and deliver their judgment. That's what they say on that matter. So the House have no option than to comply. Let the governor, that was under the governor. So again, you present it before the House. This is judgment. Whether bad, once a judgment is made, like I said before, it's bound on all persons and principality, whether you like it or not. You must accept it in good faith. Except the only exception there is that when you decide to appeal it, you can appeal, go up, say what appeal judgment. But then outside that, you must obey the judgment. Whether I like it or not. That is the judgment of the court. It becomes an order.
Okay.
So the governor must present it.
Dan, you were on that part before, talking about the Rivers State crisis. It looks like this crisis, there is no end in sight, perhaps because of the gladiators. And I've also heard people say, in a sense, that Mr. President needs to show leadership and direction in dealing with this issue, that he should take away sentiments and his aspirations for 2027 out of this matter.
Well, if you want me to speak on this matter, I'll look at it from a point of view that that is not popular. The reason being that a lot of persons who are not politicians might not understand what is actually coming to bear in Rivers State. Now, I want to liken it to my little boy in my streets, who has been loyal to me, has been a humble boy, and I decided to say, okay, you're humble, let me, promote you by appointing you to an office. And in getting to that office, the first thing showed to me was ingratitude. And ingratitude and flagrant disregard for rules and flagrant disregard for respect. Now, firstly, he's calling me to a battle. And I would answer because I would feel that he has offended me by being ungrateful to me. I'll tell you straight. Amaewhule-Fubara was somebody that, yes, he was in the civil service, but he was not that vocal. He was not head of in the politics of Rivers State. He was Wike's boy. Now, Wike saw loyalty in him, just like Oshiomhole saw loyalty in Obaseki.
Let's try and stay on course, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm on course.
Yes, try and stay on course.
I have to bring out all the
try and stay on course. Try and stay on course. Yes.
Yes. Right. Because there are precedents to the facts. Okay. It's a similar thing. What is happening in Rivers State happened in Edo State in the time past.
But we're not talking about Edo State now.
We must marry the
No, but we're not talking about Edo State now. We're talking about Rivers State. Stay on course. Thank you.
Okay. Now, Rivers State. What Amaewhule-Fubara was Wike's boy. And Wike saw him as a loyal boy and then encouraged him, gave him appointment, gave him leverages, and he became a plausible personality. And to the extent that it became plausible enough to become the governorship candidate. And during the electionary campaign, Wike put his money, his resources, his time against all odds at ensuring that similarly Fubara became the governor of Rivers State. Even when he's not the most qualified, he's not the most eloquent, he's not the most influential, he's not the most wealthy. Against all odds, he made him governor of the state. I'm sorry, governor of Rivers State. And then you ask me, who is the governor? The governor is the chief executive of the state. After God, is the governor. And so all the paraphernalia of the office got to him. And then he saw the need that, look, my boss remains my boss. A man who has helped me to become a great person, like General Charles Diabe, gave me an appointment in NDDC. I cannot look him in the eye and become disloyal to him or insult him. I cannot. That would be sheer ingratitude. I'll be insulting God because he assisted God in ensuring that I become somebody. And so what Fubara is doing is insulting God. And whatever he's doing, at the end of the tunnel, there is a judgment. Because Wike did him all the good things. The people of his tribes, they were all grateful. They came to thank Wike for what he did. All right? The same Wike took somebody to become EFCC, NDDC, EDFA. The current NDDC EDFA was brought in by Wike, who is happy and who is contented, who is loyal.
And grateful too.
And grateful.
Okay.
So the idea, all that you're saying is clear case of ingratitude. We must look at it from that point of view, first and foremost. Then before we now begin to now say, oh, Wike, you are overreacting. Or Fubara, simmer down. Down tools. What are you really fighting to have? You're fighting your master because you want to become a master. The first law of the 48 laws of power is do not outshine your master. These are laws, political laws. Do not outshine your master. When you begin to outshine your master, there are natural consequences. And those consequences, whether you like it or not, will come to bear. Those consequences are coming to bear in those states. I am so sure it will come to bear in River State. It only takes time.
Some say this, lingering River State crisis is related to 2027. Do you share in this sentiment?
Look, whatever it is related to,
you don't
I saw ingratitude, first and foremost. There's no way similar Fubara can become president, and whoever is behind him will not become president because the former presidential candidate of PDP said he has resigned from active politics, so he's not going to be president anymore. And so if Wike is going to contest, similar Fubara is not an ally, he's a foe. He's not an ally. So I don't see it having any bearing on what is coming up in 2027. And Fubara is not going to stop the move of the train. If the president is going to contest for a second tenure, Fubara will not stop him. He will not. He doesn't have the political will. He's just throwing tantrums. Okay. He doesn't have the political will.
All right, Barrister Shekune, give me your perspective. I mean, from the legal perspectives on where we are with this River State crisis. Is there any end in sight with the matter escalating on a daily basis? Yes.
Mr. Dugan said, I'm very plain, and I can say it to your face. The day sometimes you ask me this similar question, and when I gave you my answers, I told you this is the position. You say, are you a Professor Doom? I told you when I cast, I don't miss. And those two things issue, it came to pass. They never reconcile. So I will still tell you here right away that with what I'm seeing in River State, it's going to be an endless war between Fubara and Wike. There's no solution to it. Because this is a power toss to power game. They have different factions. You also remember that similar thing took place during the when Amaewhule, they fought tooth and nail, Amaewhule and the Wike. It was never settled till today. You are also aware. So also, there's a time, let me not mention here. I want to talk about, here is not a case study in such a thing, but I'm just digressing. I want to talk about Shombole and His Excellency God of Basiki, the Corre. So they all endless before this election. So what I'm trying to say is that what is happening there, there are certain things, they're not going to be, the crisis will remain. Because both parties have what it takes to fight the fight. They have their loyalists, they have the finance, they have what it takes. Look at the last government election they organized. Governors used, everything was impunity, is the governor. At the end of the day, he was forced to. There was blame game against police. And they could not speak. What is that? What says me more is that they will not even speak the truth to the world. There is a lot of noise, political noise, hiding the truth. They were blaming the police. Police connived. Whereas police were just performing their constitutional role. In that crisis, they're not part of it. Bible says, oh, police came, they smuggled, they battled, the governor. There was an order from court. I'm not giving a simple scenario, but people will understand. Order of the court was that the police should not provide security for that election. It's order of the court. Then IG have to order the commissioner of police to obey the court order. Ask them not to provide the security based on the order of the court, which you comply with. You know? So, but before you know, it's time for Fubara, moving security aids to him to move to the spot of the election. When the IG now heard the IG now have to withdraw those screaming and send other policemen, detachment to go and say, provide the material and other things. When they say policemen have come to hijack, they never did. It's why IG that sent them. Withdraw all the security attached to the governor. For what? Have to use your own security to hit the election, which we already withdraw other policemen. That was what happened. At the end of the day, we were blaming policemen for performing their duty. So the issue is that they have what it takes, they have money, they have loyalists. So it will be difficult for this fight to stop, and it will go beyond 2027.
You know, talk to me about the issue of an agreement, because that seems to be the crux of the matter. Wike, Fubara. The agreement that people are talking about, is it written? Is it?
Those documents is not written, but you cannot get legality out of illegality. It's just a gentleman agreement, parole between themselves.
Okay.
Just like the one don't forget that Wike is not APC, but he is serving the APC, which is
serving APC government.
Yes, so which is not new. After all, Bolagi was in AMPP when he served the PDP government.
It was in AD.
Yes, AD. When he served, when they appointed him, he was a minister and became the most finance minister. You still remember, and Attorney General of the Federation. So what I'm trying to say, there's nothing bad in taking an appointment for any government. No, there's nothing bad. You understand? So they shouldn't blame because they gave an appointment. But the issue is that is this agreement they had and for the issue of betrayal. I know it's painful, very painful. It's not easy for you to spend somebody money, your time, and make it somebody. And at the end of the day, betray you. There are consequences for that. Like what my friends say, you cannot shine your master. So the governor is the other man that made you appointer, whether you're appointer, they empower you, your benefit is bound to fight you with all his powers. So that's why sometimes I don't believe in God for that reason. You can see what he said. That is true. He made him. Now you want to tell him that you know more than him. Okay. The fight will go on.
Dan, this is a trend in Nigeria where you have the governor who hands over to maybe the next governor, as it were. You have this friction all the way. But there are exceptions. There are some governors who will just hand over and then they mind their business and really don't interfere with what is happening in the state to the point of dictating what happens. I don't know what you make of this.
Well, if you are, how will I call it, under the tutelage of an ex-governor, you have not been a governor before. He saw the hand of God in your life and decided to make you governor against all odds. And then he needs to tutor you. If he leaves you there, it bounces back at him. In the event of tutoring you, you might see it as overbearing.
That could be tantamount to serving a third term. It's
not a third term. If you are not tutored, you could make monumental mistake. In every profession, in the legal profession, you must be under tutelage. In the political career, you must be under tutelage. Persons that come from nowhere and become overnight politicians, they make monumental mistakes. Monumental political mistakes. I can cite, although you say I should not talk about it, but I would have cited Governor Baseki's monumental mistake because he came from nowhere, he became governor, and he refused tutelage. And so all the mistakes.
That's not the focus of our conversation. You keep dragging us there. It's not the focus.
I just want to, I'm just citing precedent. Lawyers win cases.
You're not a lawyer. You're not a lawyer.
So I'm going to start precedent. And then, if you are under tutelage and you are, tutored properly, you will not make obvious mistakes. And then when tantrums are thrown at you, political tantrums, you'll be able to, you have the shock absorber to be able to absorb them. And then you will know how to attend to issues that it will not become inimical to the political party.
Is it not tantamount to godfatherism in politics, which Nigerians are against?
Well, when you say godfatherism, it depends on, the word godfatherism is a subjective definition. From what I understand as godfatherism, it's not the same way. I will not look at godfatherism the same way you are going to look at it. If somebody saw in you, like it is in the Bible, saw in David, and anointed him, and he became king. He saw in Saul, right? He anointed Saul. Saul became king. And when Saul was not being tutored, Saul did not follow the tutelage the way it ought to have been. The grace of God was removed from him. Using the same medium with which he placed the grace of God upon him, he removed it from him and placed it on David. And now, this is government power. It is only God that gives power. And the same way it is in the Bible, that's how it's playing out today. Somebody would see in you God's hand on you, and then we elevate you. And that person, it behoves on him to tutor you. It behoves on him to tutor you. That anointing that is upon you, it behoves on him to ensure that it comes to bear. Now, when you refuse, when the devil comes into your mind, like he did to Saul in the Bible, the grace will be removed from you. And that is it. All personalities who have been elevated to position of trust, big offices, and they decide to say, no, I don't want to be under tutelage, the grace will be removed from them.
Okay.
They will make obvious mistakes, and they will be exposed to the devil, and then children will make a mincemeat of them.
All right, let's open our studio line so you can also call and be part of the conversation. As usual, we'll advise that you stay on the issues and avoid casting aspersion on anyone or calling names. Focus on the issues. Our studio line will be on the screen shortly so you can call and be part of the conversation. Please be brief because others are waiting to make their own contribution. While we expect the calls to come in, we are here now. Fuel price is off the rooftop and cost of living is at its highest level. Nigerians are hungry. The last time Nigerians tried to express themselves in protest, many got injured, some even got killed. But it's as though the country is on autopilot with nobody really in charge directing the affairs of the country. We've seen the war of words between Dangote Refinery and NNPC, and just a few days ago, NNPC said, look, we're no longer interested, let Dangote sell for whoever he wants to sell. And then the price of petrol jumped up. I mean, the situation is really, really serious. Let me get your take on this in terms of government policies and the plight of the people.
Yes, it's very, very appalling, very, very appalling. Nigerians are in pains. We're in a very sad mood, as if we are mourning the economic hardship, the untold hardship that this issue of fuel subsidy removal has caused Nigeria is something else. And I'm still surprised that it's a miracle that Nigeria, how we're able to survive it. It's a miracle. The hardship is too much. And I think also that the president himself, because with the way things are happening, it shows that I don't think he's aware of the model of operandi in issue of fuel issue. The president is confused. Different opinion, different comes every moment, every minute. Before you get used to the new price, before you know you move forward again, that one has come again. Before you get used to the price, the thing has changed. And this is affecting our economy. So the issue is, I think, what are we able to lead to for us to absorb this hardship, which is not an easy one, is because the Nigerians are used to suffering. That has been our nature. We are used to suffering.
Okay, let me take this call. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
I'm calling from Mrs. Eloje. I'm calling from Aduwawa.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Eloje.
And please, I want to speak concerning the protest going on in Edo State.
Mm-hmm.
For my own opinion, not ITV's opinion, I would want to tell Obaseki to withdraw the innocent women from the street. Because if they loved him, really, they will work with him to ensure that he won this last election. And secondly, they would have advised him, if they really love him, they would have advised him to stop fighting all his leaders before the election. It was because Obaseki was fighting all his leaders. That was the reason why he failed woefully. I am not a politician. If you remember vividly, he was in APC. He fought everybody in APC. He turned APC into a disaster center before he left there. He came to PDP, the same thing he did. So he moved down straight to the traditional ruler. He did the same thing. Person like that, why will he not fail? He's expected to fail woefully. Please, he has to remove the innocent women in the street. That's my take. Thank you, sir.
All right, Ms. Eloje, those are your thoughts and opinions, like you said, not those of the station. Thank you for your contributions. We'll move on now to our next caller, 080-7777-0300. That's the studio number. Hello, caller. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from. You're on Politics Today. Good morning. Please turn down the audio level on your TV or radio. Turn down the audio level on your television and radio to remove the echo. 080-7777-0300. That's the studio number. Good morning, caller. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Comrade Abi. I'm calling from Benin.
Yeah, Comrade, go ahead.
I just want to say what is happening in River State. They should allow the governor to concentrate, to do the needful for the people. The people elected him. One person cannot be deciding for everybody. Concerning what the last caller just said, it's not the governor that is sending the women to go and protest. At least people voted. So they need to give back what they voted for. So shouldn't be accusing the governor for that. Thank you very much. All
right, thank you, Comrade Abe. Thank you. Well, that's the beauty of democracy, and you talked about the decree that withdrew that right for people to express themselves freely. But this is democracy. People have the opportunity and have the latitude to express themselves within the ambit of the law. We need to stress that point. Hello, caller. Good morning, and tell us your name and where you're calling. Yes. Good morning. Please turn down the audio level on your television or radio.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, Andrew Obojagu.
Okay, Andrew, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Like what the other man had just said in River State. How can one man holding everybody to ransom? Like what is happening there? Like what is happening in Benin? How can one man be holding everybody to ransom? You are PDP, you work with APC. At the same time, you are holding somebody, the whole state to ransom. I'm happy not PDP won the election. It was APP. Let them go ahead. If you want to come challenge, don't think about challenge those that win, not Fubara. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your contributions. 080-7777-0300 is our studio number. Good morning, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, caller, good morning. What's your name?
Honorable Mobia says my name.
Honorable, please go ahead.
Yeah, please, I just want to tell Mr. Danny Hille that the way the APC are just doing, they are not even showing their cardinals. Look at the streets of Edo State. Hooligans have enmeshed the street. Please, let them rule the state the way they suppose. The way those lions and tigers are using the street now, I wonder how 4-year government looks like. That's my opinion.
Okay, all right. Then it's Edo State. I know Edo State is not a zoo. Lions and tigers, antelopes and wild dogs,
Not really
crocodiles, alligators, and foxes and what have you. They are found in the zoo. Edo State is not a zoo. Edo State is a state made up of human beings, and we expect that human beings will continue to do the needful within the ambit of the law to ensure that we aspire to greater heights.